Thanks for listening to the latest edition of Behind Enemy Lines. I am merely Mike Luke, joined by the esteemed, the venerable Anthony Totri from PHNX Sun Devils. Absolutely annihilating it right now. Check them out. Audience is growing, post games, everything. Totri, you guys are killing it. Very happy for you guys.
I appreciate it, man. I know we were talking, but before we started, my back is it's been killing me lately so much from just carrying everybody, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's one of these things, man. Brandon should give you a lot extra money just for what you're doing right now.
I mean I'm going to send him this clip and I'm going to tell him
let's be, come on, man. I mean, come on.
Negotiations. Let's get him started.
All right. We are going to talk about the Big 12 Player of the Year. And when I look at impact, when I look at, what a team is like, where they would be without somebody, I think it's pretty easy at this point. It's Cam Skattebo. You look at what he does from a receiving perspective, a rushing perspective, what he's meant, closing games out. This is going to be one of the easier, I think, Big 12 Player of the Year award things that you're going to come up with. I think it's very simple.
Yeah, I mean, I think in terms of, like you said, just how much you mean to a team, right? Most valuable player. You take out Cam Skattebo from Arizona State this season, and this is not a 7-2 football team as it stands right now. Yes, they've gotten better. Yes, they've improved. But Cam Skattebo has been one of the most beloved players in Tempe over the last half decade, and he's got numbers to back it up. Over 1,000 yards on the ground already this season, over
a lot of
10
receiving yards,
touchdowns, a ton of impact in the receiving game, pass protection, and then stuff that you can't even measure, stuff on the sideline, stuff in the locker room, being able to get these guys fired up and juiced up to be Arizona State Sun Devils. And something that's not going to get talked about when this whole situation goes down at the end of the year when it comes to awards is this guy chose to come back. Right. Cam Skattebo had a solid year last year. I think he proved his worth and showcased what he could do from an ability standpoint on a national stage. He could have gone just about anywhere and played for a good amount of money, more money than he's getting at Arizona State. But he opted to come back because that's the type of player that he is. I agree with you. I think Cam Skattebo should certainly be at the top of this list in terms of Big 12 Player of the Year.
All right, one thing that you and I agreed with last show, and I think we need to hit on a little bit more, is that Arizona, when it comes to coaching, Arizona football and ASU football are in very similar situations, and that we probably don't have to worry about our coaches leaving for higher profile opportunities. That's something that we've obviously got to consider.
I think if you are...
It's true. It's true.
It's true. It's true. Neither one of these coaches... is on to bigger and better things after this. Kenny wants to stay put. Brent Brennan might be forced into a little bit different of a situation. He might be going down the slide as opposed to up the ladder. So we'll see what the offseason has in store. What have you heard on that front in terms of Brent Brennan's future?
Well, the money is absolutely there to get rid of him if they so choose. So take that for all the broke school stuff. Yes, the money is absolutely there if they choose to get rid of him. I would personally get rid of him. I think what people don't quite get is, yes, he's a nice guy. Cool, I'm a nice guy too. Guess what? You don't want me coaching your college football team.
I do. I would love you coaching the Arizona
I would
Wildcats.
go for it on fourth down on every single play, dude. Seriously. Every single play would be fourth down for me. But no, he's just in over his head. From having no idea how to engage the fan base to being paranoid about odd things to putting a product out on the field that has been historically inept. You got the best wide receiver in the country, and you return 7 starters, and yeah, you're bad. He stinks. They got to get rid of him. By any means necessary. And someone's like, well, you don't know who they're going to hire. It can't be worse than this guy.
No.
Shoo. That's where I'm at. It can't be worse. You took a team that was preseason ranked to maybe finishing last in the conference in your first year. That is impressive work, I guess, if you want to look at it from that perspective.
And doing it with, like you said, the best receiver in college football, doing it with other really talented players. And now I think you're not even done with the season and you're seeing the impact that Brent Brennan is having in a negative way on the roster, on recruiting. Already losing recruits.
You lost a high 4-star kid just yesterday. There's going to be more. They didn't know that they were going to lose him. I knew this a week and a half ago. That's a problem. Things like that.
Yeah.
It just is what it is.
And this is, I guess, a little bit more of a loaded question. Do you think Noah comes back?
It depends. I don't know. I have no clue on that. I'd love to be able to sit here and say that, I think that's the case. I have no clue on that one, to be honest with you. But maybe maybe he's looking around at Jaden Rashada and saying that the grass isn't always greener. I mean, I don't know. But
I mean, at least Georgia's winning football games.
yeah, but he's not going to ever play though.
Yeah,
I see.
Would you rather be a starter on?
Yes, and so would you. That is the biggest BS argument ever. Nobody that, like Charles Barkley says, anybody that rides the bench doesn't get to talk. You and I would both rather play on a bad team than win and not play. Stop.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I wouldn't rather play for the Wildcats, though. Like, if it was a personal decision, I'd rather play anywhere else in the country.
Well, but that's not the point, though. The point is you'd still rather play.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you can cut that crap at least. Okay.
I just had to see where you're at.
All right. Now let's talk a little bit of Arizona State basketball here.
Are you scared yet? Are you shaking in your boots after what you saw at the kennel?
I cannot wait to play Arizona State. It will cleanse my palate. But joking aside, it's a better team. I like Quaintance a lot. I still don't understand what Hurley is necessarily trying to do, but there's talent there. I got to give him that, and they play hard. I think Quaintance is a year away from really making his acquaintance felt to college basketball. But I mean, it's not a bad team. It's certainly not a crummy team.
Yeah, no, I'm really, really liking what I've seen, not just from Quaintance, but from Sannon, from Amir Ali, especially too, another really highly touted freshman. He would have been the diamond for this recruiting class if it wasn't for Quaintance and Sannon kind of coming in late, and they've all kind of already solidified their roles a little bit. I'd love to see a little bit more of a game plan for Quaintance offensively. It doesn't necessarily.
Yeah, I don't know that there's necessarily you can really. In all fairness, I don't think you can. He's really raw offensively.
Really, really raw. I mean, defensively, he looks. Impeccable thus far this season. Just he's a shot blocker. He's a force in the paint.
He's an NBA player.
Yeah, absolutely. But like you said, I think he's about a year away with some really strong coaching to being the player that he needs to be. But
for the audio only people, I am laughing.
This team has a lot of talent, like you said, and you've seen them grow and start to get a little bit closer as each game is passed. So we'll see. They got to totally figure it out though in non-con before you get to Big 12 play.
All right, so you got Arizona, Wisconsin then tonight, and then you've also got Arizona Duke next week. That will be an interesting game because you guys lost by over 600 points to Duke. So
it was 56, I believe.
Okay, only 56. But we will be able to, I think, maybe get a barometer for where each team is at in this Duke game. What say you, Anthony Totri?
I am, like you said, I'm really, really excited to see that matchup between
Are you rooting for Arizona?
No. Absolutely.
You did say, hey, we got to be clear about something here. I had a couple people ask me this on Twitter, and this is very, very, very important. Sorry, we're going totally off topic. That's what I do all day. You said, to be clear, because I said if Arizona State was to play Colorado in the Big 12 title game, saying that just gross.
It could happen. It could happen.
I know that's why I said it. I would root for Arizona State. Now, can the great Anthony Totri, can he say that if Arizona was to play Colorado, that you were rooting for Arizona?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. But in this case, you're playing Duke. So
No, I'm just talking. We're just talking about the common enemy.
You really wanted to go off script on that one.
Yeah, I just want to get a shot. I just want to get a shot.
If Arizona and Colorado were playing in the Big 12 title game, yeah, I'd be rooting for the Wildcats.
All right, well, for one time only though, Totri. Go Devils. Okay. Is this a team that's going to make the NCAA tournament? And if it makes the NCAA tournament, what seed will they be before we sign off here? Give me Totri's glass ball.
We're talking about Arizona, or are we talking about Arizona State?
Oh, I believe Arizona's going to make the NCAA tournament, yes.
just again, I just want to make sure we got all the ducks in a row. Yeah. I think this is certainly a team talented enough to make the NCAA tournament.
That's not what I asked. Don't do the hedge. Sheer is very famous for hedging. No hedging here, Totri.
I think this team makes the NCAA tournament. I think that this is a team that for once under Bobby Hurley is not going to have to sweat Selection Sunday. I don't think this is a first four team. However, I need to see more offensively from this team in terms of consistency before I say that this is a team that makes it out of the round of 32, to be honest with you. They could be a one and done team in the NCAA tournament, but you never know based off of the fact that this team is going to change so much throughout the course of the season, as most college basketball teams do. They're going to have their highs, they're going to have their lows, and it's about how you respond to those. So as it stands right now, we've seen Arizona State kind of respond in a positive way after starting off pretty slow against Idaho State. But we'll see. We'll see as the season goes on. But yeah, I think this is an NCAA tournament team.
All right. Now, Anthony Totri, where can they find you and the venerable Eric L. Ruby doing all of their work?
Yeah, at PHNX_Sun Devils on social. If you guys missed it, we had Cam Skattebo on the show on Thursday. It was a ton of fun. So definitely make sure you go check that out. Scat going to be on a couple more times throughout the season. So everything at gophnx.com for all the written work, of course, and then PHNX_Sun Devils.
All right, you can follow me at Iron Mike Luke or PHNX_Wildcats. Big shout out to Doug Tamaro. I will tell you this every single time. You have the best SID. It is impossible to be a better SID. I tell you this, we are very jealous of Doug Tamaro. He is the man. Treat him well. Yep, the GOAT. Yes, for sure. All right, on that note, though, for Totri, for Eric Ruby, giving him some of those kernels of wisdom in the back. And who's producing? Ryan?
Kyle.
Sorry, Kyle Ryan. Yeah, same thing. All right. Yeah, same thing. Mike, Kyle, Ryan, Totri. All right. Appreciate everybody that makes this happen. TTFN, ta-ta for now. Back the A.
Go Devils.
We all silly like the mayor.